let's have a real conversation for a minute because I've been noticing something in the YouTube creator space that honestly feels a little weird. I see creators saying that they're inspired by someone, but every single video they make is about that person. And before somebody jumps into my comment section, let me say this right now. I'm not talking about reaction channels because that's what reaction channels do. Reaction channels have a whole different lane. That's their niche. What I'm talking about is when someone says that they're inspired by a creator, but their entire channel becomes about that one person. At some point, you have to ask yourself, is this inspiration or is this obsession? Because inspiration should push you to build your own voice, not build your channel around somebody who probably wouldn't even send traffic your way. Hey y'all, I'm jamielenear. Just call me Jamie. Welcome back to another video. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. All right, y'all. I came out here to do gig work today. So this is not going to be a gig work video, but hey yo, I'm on a roll. And y'all know I be in these YouTube streets to see what's going on. I be in these YouTube streets. I be in these comments. And I be seeing what people are talking about or are complaining about. And you know, your girl is going to sit there and talk about it. So let's talk about it and address it today on this channel. When someone inspires you, that's actually a good thing. Most creators started their channel because they seen someone else doing it. And you know what? They thought, I could try that. But real inspiration usually leads to your own ideas. Maybe you like their work ethic. Maybe you like their consistency. Maybe you like their storytelling. But inspiration should push you to create your own lane. You're not supposed to become a smaller version of somebody else. You're supposed to become the first version of you. And I've been noticing a lot of creators on this platform, they are creating their channels based on this one particular person. And it's giving like weirdo vibes. I just don't understand it. Like, seriously, that it's giving really life weirdo vibes. It's giving you don't have your own voice. You don't have your own ideas. But what I've noticed lately, I see creators, like I said, they make videos about one particular person. Every topic, every discussion, every thumbnail, every video. And like I said, at some point, it just stops looking like inspiration. And it starts looking like your channel is just based on this entire person. And the weird part about it is sometimes that person don't even know they exist. Like, has that person ever shared you? Has that person ever gave you a shout out? If you were stuck, could you call that person? Has that person ever noticed you? Has that person ever commented on one of your videos? Has that person, every video you post about them, they shared it on their page? So at what point does it stop becoming inspiration and it becomes obsession? And trust me, I get it. Sometimes talking about bigger creators gets attention. It gets clicks, it gets views because people are already curious about that person. So it might seem like a short, but the problem about shortcuts is they don't always lead to long-term success. If your audience only watches you because you talk about that said person, then technically you didn't build your audience. You built their audience. Here's the part that people don't think about. What happens when people stop caring about that person? What happens when the creator disappears from the internet? What happens when the conversation moves on? Then your channel really doesn't have its own identity. And YouTube is already hard enough without building your channel on someone else's name. This is the reality check part. If someone inspires you, that should motivate you to build your own voice, your own ideas, your own perspective, your own style, your own lane. Because the goal on YouTube is not to become the smaller version of somebody else. The goal is to build something that people recognize as you. Now, maybe some people will disagree with this. Maybe some creators feel like talking about bigger creators is the way to go. And maybe in some situations that work. But personally, I believe the strongest creators are the ones that build their own voice. Because when people watch your content, they should be watching for you, not because of who you talking about. Let me ask you something. Do you think talking about bigger creators actually helps build a channel? Or do you think it stops people from developing their own voice? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to hear what people think. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye.